So, I wanted to share my mental health journey in hopes that it finds the right people. So, I have dealt with depression and anxiety for as long as I can remember. I don't even know specifically what age it started, but it was probably around middle school. And I just remember being left out of my friend group a lot and just feeling really lonely all the time. And this continued throughout high school. I just felt alone, like I was a burden to everyone, like I wasn't good enough, that people didn't like me, even my own friends. Like something must be wrong with me for them to leave me out all the time. That's what I would tell myself. And that feeling traveled into adulthood as well. And I started to develop these unhealthy coping mechanisms, like isolating myself. And even though I was lonely, all I wanted to do was be alone. And I kind of just accepted that I was gonna have these low points every once in a while, and I just had to deal with it. And I probably had this feeling for 10-15 years before I knew what it was. After I graduated from college, I moved into my own apartment, and I was so excited because I always wanted to live by myself. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I think I wanted to live alone so I could easily isolate myself when things got hard. Whenever I would struggle, I could just go home and be by myself, which was extremely unhealthy, and it got to the point where I just wasn't taking care of myself. I cried all the time because I was lonely, but I didn't want to talk to anyone at the same time. And it wasn't until 2020 when I started dating my now fiance that things really started to change for me. Things were getting serious between us, and we decided to move in together. So now I can no longer isolate myself or hide my struggles. It was the first time I really had to open up about what I was feeling and face it head on. And to be honest, I feel like that's what saved me. If I had stayed in my apartment by myself, I don't think I would have ever gotten myself out of that dark place. And my boyfriend was so supportive. He gave me space when I needed it. He always made sure I ate something. He encouraged me to go to the doctor and talk to someone. I will say though, I called the doctor myself. I drove myself to the appointment. I made those decisions on my own. And even though he was there to support me, I made the decision to want to help myself. And I think it's really important to note that we have to want to help ourselves, because no one is going to do that for us. They can support you during your journey to get better, but they can't make the decision for you to get better. You have to want it for yourself. So I am in a much better place now. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and taking medication for both now. And since taking medication, I feel like I've grown into my own and become more confident in myself. And I'm so much happier overall. I've also put a lot of my time into art therapy and my passion for painting. And I've found joy again. And I didn't have that before. And the reason why I want to share my own mental health journey is to let people know that they're not alone. And I just want to show others who are struggling how they can develop healthy coping mechanisms and hopefully find joy again too.